Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And today what I'd like to do in my little video cast that I've got going on, which is going to be the QBP number 2, what I want to do is I want to tackle the conception or the thoughts in some small business owners that a higher employee pay always leads or often leads to lower profits, or does it? So a lot of business owners out there, they're really hesitant to increase the pay for their employees or to pay higher than market pay for employees. And there's some very valid reasons behind that. And so, what I want to do in this video cast is kind of explore some of the benefits and challenges of higher pay for employees. All right, so first and foremost, some of the challenges for increased pay for employees. So when a small business owner, whether it be a restaurant or a landscaping company or a software development company, when they pay their employees a higher wage, you're going to have lower profit margins. And for some small business owners, we are living on slim profit margins as is. And so if we pay our employees higher, then we're going to go into the negative. If small business owners go into the negative, we are not going to be in business anymore. And if we're not in business, we're not going to be paying any employees anything. So that is a concern that higher employee pay is going to lead to lower profit margins, and some businesses can go out of business. And that is a valid concern. Another thing with paying increased pay for for employees is that when you are paying above average dollars or above average wages for your employees, you're going to unfortunately get your share of prima donnas applying for your business, and they're going to think they're all that in a bag of chips, and they're going to want even more money than what you're already offering, which is above average wages. And when you're dealing with that, even if you fall for their spiel and you hire them, you can. Now you've got another problem with not only are you paying higher wages and you're suffering lower profit margins, but now you're dealing with pain in the neck people that think they're all that and they don't want to work, yet they still want to get the wages. That is, again, a very real issue. Next is going to be that if you are going to pay your employees, one employee or two employees or five employees, above average wages, you're going to have to do it for everybody. Well, yes, if you don't want to have some of the benefits involved with increased pay for employees, then yes, you do need to do that for everybody. But if you do that for everybody, again, the more you increase your wages and the more people of their wages are going to have it increase, the lower and lower and lower and lower your profit margins are going to be, to the point where we're going to start questioning, do I even want to be an entrepreneur? Maybe I need to just go to another employer, a large organization that's going to pay me more than what I'm already making as an entrepreneur. So there are some valid concerns for small business owners, entrepreneurs, not paying higher wages for employees. However, on the flip side of it, very little, in my most humble of opinions, very little press or very little examination is actually done for the for the opportunities allotted with higher wages. So let's explore a couple of those. So first, opportunities. For if you're going to pay your organization, if you're going to pay your employees a higher wage, does it really mean your profit margins are going to be lower? Well, what I've done is I've come up with a little example to show y'all what are the implications of a fictitious company. And here's my little model right here, and this is generated kind of to resemble a restaurant, a small restaurant that in this particular example is going to be generating about $900,000 in revenues with a net profit of $106,000. So the revenues that I'm basing this hypothetical situation on is that we're going to have 90 employees with a ticket. Each ticket is going to be about $25. We've got 12 employees that are making $12 an hour, and we're paying ourselves $5,000. So based on this hypothetical situation where the pay rate is 12%, we have net profits of $106,000. Not too shabby. Now let's say that we want to go ahead and establish a competitive advantage for our organization, and we're going to bump up this pay rate by 25%, which is going to be $15. So if we pay 12 employees more, $3 more per hour at full time, we are going to drop our net profits from the $106,000 to $47,000. So we're cutting our net profits in half, and $47,000 for some small business owners, it's almost better to go out and get a job and shut the place down because that's just not going to pay the bills. So, well, it's actually going to pay the bills, but it's not as enticing of a net profit. So with this particular situation, if we stop right here, this is going to tell us that, it might not be a great idea. However, there are benefits for paying your employees more money. So let's say that we pay our employees more money. We are now able to go ahead and establish a competitive advantage because we're going to be able to pay our employees more. We're going to be able to get the cream of the crop for our employees. If we get the cream of the crop for the employees, we might be able to increase their workloads. They're going to be doing their work better, and they're going to be able to do more of it. And we might not even need 11, 10, 12 employees. We might need 11 employees now. If we're paying our employees more money, we're going to have less turnover. If we don't have to spend our time recruiting and our time training, well, guess what? We are now saving money on a monthly basis. So we very well may have less turnover. So now we're saving money, and that money saved can offset the raises that we're going to pay people. Next is going to be higher morale. If you're paying your employees more and they're happy, well, guess what? The morale in the company is going to be happy, and it's going to make your job a lot easier as an entrepreneur, and you might be able to focus less on operations and more on growing your business. Also, you're going to have lower recruitment costs, like I just said. Further, better customer service. If you give out outstanding customer service in the restaurant or the lawn care or whatever, if you have outstanding service, you're going to have a loyal customer following. You have a loyal customer following, you're going to be spreading word of the mouth advertising. Your customers are going to be staying longer. You might be able to advertise less, or if you advertise more, your revenues are going to grow quicker. So there's some benefits for your customer service. And then finally, brand recognition. If you establish yourself in the community as a company that pays higher wages, well, people are going to want to work with you because you've got a better brand recognition. You are more aligned with your community because you're supporting them better by paying higher wages. And then finally, you very well might have some free press. When the local newspapers hear that you're paying your people above average, you're going to get that free press. That free press means more people are going to be seeing you, more people are going to want to work for you, and more people are going to want your services. A lot of opportunities there. So let's take a look at this little model that I've got concocted again. And let's say that you do increase your wages for all your employees. And I say all your employees, don't just do it for one or two, because you're not going to get all the benefits if you do. But if you do increase your pay for your employees, let's say that your revenue is going to increase on a monthly basis of, let's say, 15%. So you increase your wages 25%. If you increase your wages 15%, your new net profits are going to exceed the previous net profits. So again, if we're zero pay raise, keep it at 12 with no increase, we're at $106,000. We bump up our pay to 25%, so we're bringing people from $12 to $15 an hour. But we're able to increase our revenues by 15%. We are now our net profits are now going to be $118,465 in this hypothetical situation, which is now higher as compared to our net profits previously. And this is without lowering our advertising costs. This is without lowering our recruitment costs. So we can offset the increased wages through higher revenues based on some of the competitive advantages that we are going to be able to establish in the marketplace. So keep in mind that when you are going to be examining or thinking about how you're going to pay employees, there are some challenges here. I'm not disagreeing with that, and please understand, I love small business owners. Small business is my life. However, the perception and the conception that paying your employees more is a bad thing is not necessarily supported with this hypothetical situation. All right. So in summary, in my most humble opinion, paying your employees more is a great way to establish a competitive advantage, and you're going to be able to nurture a lot of opportunities in the marketplace by taking that one simple action. Yes, your profits might be lower in the short term. However, long-term benefits are going to, in my most humble opinion, exceed the challenges. Also, next is going to be for the government stepping in and hiring the wages to $15. When everybody is forced to increase their wages to $15 an hour. That in and of itself is going to make life very difficult for small business owners as well as large business owners, and who really cares about the large businesses. But anyways, it's going to make everybody harder for the small business owners, because we're not going to be able to enjoy all the benefits of if we do it ourselves. So, if everybody is forced to increase their wages to $15, then you're still going to be, competing with other people at the same wage, and you're still going to have some challenges with your morale, and you're still going to have the challenges with, recruiting people. So if you're forced to up your pay, then everybody's going to have to up their pay, and you're going to lose the advantages. If you pay higher than market pay, though, and you're paying your employees more than everybody else, you are going to be able to, again, in my most humble of opinions, you're going to be able to enjoy a lot of competitive advantages that your other competitors, because they're so focused on the profit margin that they're just not going to be able to grasp. So hopefully the video was helpful. I'll give you some insights as to some of the advantages and disadvantages, challenges of higher pay for employees. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and as always, have a fantastic day. Thank you.